following the 23rd of June, 24th of June 2023 elections, we had several issues we will now all don't know about now. We lead to certain political actions that we take, such as non-participation in governance. And in all of that, we had to head to Bintu Mani. We engage in dialogue with government, and at the end of that dialogue day, like we now all don't know now, we get agreement. We've been get 8-point resolutions. One of such now resolution 3. We now they asked for a little narrow discussion to we now the setting up of a committee. We're now known as the Tripatite committee. We get a 3-way leadership, by the way, the APC, the government of Sierra Leone, and with development partners, them represented by the resident coordinator representative of the UN alone. And that committee they don't set up, and the APC gets 7 members then they, as well as the government, and the president they don't officially launch that committee day in the presence of with development partners them and other stakeholders them. The committee, of course, be done the meet, and according to the resolution we established and when our resolution 3, then we get a responsibility as a committee for begin the mandate and complete the mandate within 6 months. But prior to that, of course, they'll be also charged with the responsibility of coming out with terms of reference. So on we own part as a party, of course, we knowing fully what we want for see out of this engagement as far as the tripartite committee concerned, we bid already do we own terms of reference, and the government said we get their own. So then the committee began to go through this difficult exercise of harmonizing the terms of reference, where with all of the challenges we then face, the disagreements, and they be not able for conclude and for come up with a single terms of reference where, of course, they don't present to the people of this country. Going further than that, they also among themselves, based on waiting the report who they get from the representatives, we don't also develop waiting we call, the operations manual for themselves, how they get for carry out their work. They don't try for establish the secretariat, which side they get for they operate and waiting they get for they do. And also some of the experts then we they require for help them do this work, they don't identify and understand, say some of them don't even begin for coming, and they don't begin for, of course, for get support from some of we donor partners then for help for address some of the key areas that we then require for ensure say they carry out their work. So we as a party, we do, and from time to time we also don't the work with the committee members then for ensure say then brief not only the nation but the membership and the supporters of the APC also with that don't they happen.
So Sidi Tunis, in line with what you just say, so far the APC party satisfied with the commitment and the representative of the different committee them of the different key leadership way we talk about that owner the current government and that of owner development partner.
So far, we're satisfied that the work of the committee they go on,
okay,
and that everybody remain committed for ensure say we're able for give them the support we then require for conclude, and for implement within they don't give it in them in the terms of reference, and for able for do the review we will all they look forward for see.
Okay. If you just join, we especially for we Facebook viewers, them will be the get challenge with sounds, but we did live now and strong on Facebook. And just remind today, instead edition of the program, you did listen to the National Publicity Secretary for the All People's Congress APC party. They talk about the party position for SICA, the committee where the government and development partners and set up for look at the APC concern after the June 24, 2023 election. And same way, so inside the program, we want to welcome Sesay from the Strategic Communications Unit. We inside the program for represent government. Good morning, Sesay, and welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, they come to Sidi Tunis as they talk about the work of the committee. Recently, we see the U.S. government announce 1.5 million supports to the work of this committee through the U.S. UN Permanent Representative Linda Thomas Greenfield. And during this launching, the representative for or the co-chair of this committee, Dr. Kaifala Mara, in a statement make reference to some of the issues that we the APC get with the implementation of the thing that we come on inside the peace dialogue. One, now the issue for free the APC members them we then think a case they against, and second, now the dropping of politically motivated cases them. Now one of the or two of the issues that we mentioned for SICA, the dialogue and the agreements that we government and partners them be signed to. For the APC, who are we there now on that?
Well, thank you very much. Like I say in my introductory remark, we get the peace dialogue we conclude. We inside it, we come up with agreement. We get 8 resolutions, and one the tripartite where they go on fine. We get resolution 1. Where the president be supposed to address the nation, that one they don't happen. And then we get resolution 2, when our participation in governance, that for where we elected officials then go back to councils and parliament. That one day I go say partially implemented because as I speak, we still get 4 of we councillors, then we still no take up office it. We did in discussions with ECSL, of course, for ensure say the challenges that we'll get with that, we're able to address them. So that one they also go be fully implemented. Resolution 3, we don't talk about. Then we get 4, we now you just mentioned. We get for understand, say, prior to whatever happened on the 26th of November, this dialogue be don't conclude and the agreements be don't come out. So we, of course, on we part, we don't submit list to the government as far as we know that people where we feel say now we members them we be held where we believe say now for political reasons then behold them. And of course that list day we still they talk with the government for ensure say we get discussions on the list and ensure say we look into then cases then they so then people and they go be let go. And of course we get cases that we will always don't view as politically motivated cases. We concerned that after the agreement don't sign, we see then they expedite some of them cases then they even before we begin discussions on them and for make sure say as per the agreement, we all sit down, hang heads, and address the issues so that the judiciary of this country, together with government and we self go sit down and evaluate them cases then they and see how we go, address them in line with what we get now the agreement.
So in terms of the 8 points resolution, you mentioned about 3 we don't fulfilled so far. So is it a must for say almost of this 8 points resolution, looking at issues where they arise must be fulfilled at the time where APC they want?
Well, this we get for understand say the agreement emanate from the dialogue, and this now something we then discuss over 3 days, government and the APC, and agree to them and then sign up to them in the presence of ECOWAS, the Commonwealth, and the African Union. And for there, we partners then begin for even put money now because they're all committed for Sesay. We're able for implement all of the 8 points agreements. And so yes, we in the APC would look forward for ensure say everybody remain committed to implementing all of their
in
agreements.
as much as when I look forward and you just attest Naya say the committee member there of the tripartite don't be committed from all sides. Again, how much now they consider say there are more arising issues also where governments need for really focus on and do certain things them we need swift urgency or address.
We get to understand say the work of the tripartite committee it's separated from the rest of the other resolutions them. So for the other resolutions them in the APC we get also a committee we're responsible for ensure say we're able for implement all the other 7 resolutions them, and that committee they engage government on a regular basis. We don't get delays, we don't get challenges, some unexpectedly, but of course we all remain committed for
so
implementing.
waiting next the APC they expect from government in fulfilling waiting don't sign and agree to in line with the 8 resolutions.
Discussions they continue for go on.
Okay.
And the implementations then they happen. Like I say, for example, even with resolution 2, we did in engagement with ECSL. USAI we don't continue for push them for ensure say we're able for settle now and the USAI we see say government want for reneged. We they take them up with them, and we also they bring in we partners then with some of them are moral guarantors for ensure say we get all of the agreements them implemented as signed up to had been to money.
Part of the resolutions that you mentioned too, one now the cases them we think in a politically motivated cases them for drop them, and you say after the conference you see then they expedite some of them cases they also. And also on the issue of for free people them we don't think in IPC members them and they behind bad because of politically motivated cases them. Make us start with the cases them first. Whose case you go point at for listeners them say these are politically motivated case where they expedite after the dialogue?
For we, from the onset, for example, when you look at the cases relating to commissions of inquiry, for example, from the onset, we always don't say these are politically motivated. The manner in which then go about the setting up of the inquiry itself, the structural arrangement, the procedural arrangement, all, from the beginning, we as a party, we don't say, no, this not right. Yes, we get right for be held accountable, but the manner in which they go and some of the evidence they will then present and how they then conclude on them, we always don't say these are politically motivated, and that is why we called in the agreement for let them look at some of them cases. Then they, and we all sign up to that. Then self bring issues them we related to cases that we then feel say na politically motivated cases. So it be left to we now, government, them, and we all for sit down for look at them cases, then they case by case and make sure we address.
Let we look at some of them cases then specifically for the public. What are some of them cases then?
We all know commissions of, I don't mention commissions of inquiry. We all know, we all see some of the corruption cases that we then bring against people in the APC. We want to look at the leadership of the APC, Dr. Samura Kamara, the former president, former ministers, them, former civil servants, and I make say the government get a list. It is this now something within into the agreement. We are saying let us look at them. Let us go by waiting we say that the agreement. Bring the cases. Let we sit around the table as we sign up to them, discuss the cases, and let us be guided so that at the end of the day we are able to prove indeed waiting politically motivated, waiting not politically motivated.
In other words, how then case here for don't go in terms of the proceeding, we for be making and not look as politically motivated or handled.
Sabti, I not go sit down and say how them for don't go. But we all know from the onset, even the day when they introduce the judges, we see the statements that we, people in the judiciary make. We've been very, very much political. Journalists, you can.
No, now you have to make things clear.
The then Chief Justice, In statement, the then Attorney General and Minister of Justice will not get for hide. We read the statements then we they make, which were very, very much political as far as we are concerned. We see the manner in which they even do evaluations, for valuations for some of the property, then they value properties, then nobody never go now any of the properties. We know all of these things up to you, so that is why we as a party, when this matter come up, we decide, say, these are things we will need for look at. We want for ensure, say, we all agree, say, we for move ahead in peace and in cohesion. So we need to address these things so that people will get justice.
You make mention of cases the way the ACC they investigate. Somebody where they listen to you go tell say the ACC is an independent body where they do investigation, and then cases them will be different from that of political motivated cases.
The judiciary is supposed to be independent as well. Parliament is supposed to be independent as well. I mean, so that is why, as per the agreement, Musa, let us be proven wrong. Let we just sit down and discuss the matters then. Let we look into the cases that we don't highlight. Let them prove us wrong in the end, say, no, we are not right, we don't look at them cases then. But let us don't ignore, because these are things we don't sign up to. That is what we are saying as a political party.
Now, the issue of the APC members, them way they behind bars, we see the November 26 incidents, we say the maximum prison being break and people them or prisoners then come out. And the chief minister, we now member of that committee, be don't challenge the opposition. We say sit down, so now they say, then people will now say make them free, then they out now. And now member of the APC and challenge the party for ensure say then come with the members then back behind bars and let government negotiate out for left them.
Well, I mean, I don't want for going to chief minister in statement or whatever in statement. What I can say is this: me and you, I don't know whether they out, would I don't go back in, would I be they in, would I been they out. Now only prison officers they know that one day. Now then get the data, the photos, the details of every prisoner we then get. Now then get the details of every prisoner we day out or we still day out. So you not expect the APC, we're not to custodian of any document for correctional services for come out, say, oh, this person they are, dandy they are, or this escape, or dandy they free arm, or they not free this. No, now the responsibility of the authorities that we're in charge. So I don't feel say anybody for try for shift that responsibility there to APC where you not absolutely get anything for doing it as a party.
When you look at different issues that will arise, or issues related to governance, where you take from the housing population census, voter registration, and the current schedule day, the view can they say, I mean, APC can complain about everything, even when there is no cost to.
Even when there is no cost to, we sit down today, they talk about dialogue because they want the way responsible ignore all them complaints then they. If when we be they raise them issues, then they will be they address them. We not for they talk about electoral review today. If when we be they raise them issues, then we people they say will they complain for nothing. We not for they talk about waiting happened 24th of June 2023, because those issues where you raise were very important and will not just be the complaint. No side not in this country where elections they come, where voter register not they come out 2 or 3 days to election, or now 2 or 3 days to election, political party they get access to voter register. It not happen. We not get any elections where they get an ID card we hard for be identifiable. Okay. So for less anybody say APC just they complain, no. Okay. The end result don't show say we were not just complaining, we were raising issues so that we don't divert the problems that we are faced with today.
And now I want to welcome Joe Sesay, Head of Strategic Communications Unit at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Good morning and welcome to the program, Joe Sesay.
Yeah, good morning.
And you don't join the conversation, and I see you they take note as Sidi Tunis they making points them. We don't look at the work of the Tripatite committee and the APC position from government standpoint. Waiting up on a position on the work of the Tripatite committee.
Well, of course, I'm not go to the background again because my brother don't really explain everything. Me just here for emphasize government commitment to the implementation of them thing that will be green been to money, because His Excellency the President he want continue for keep this country together, ensure so we get peace and stability, because now that no more go make development then in the country go make our life then change for the better. So because of that one, they if they don't make that strong commitment, they say go implement, they go ensure say all the recommendations and they go be implemented, and it is work in progress. Instead of don't tell us some the stress away don't be made. In then circumstances, obviously you bound for get hiccups along the way, but the mere fact that we are all Sierra Leoneans, and this is not salon business is wire. It's not all about President Bio, not about SLPP, not about APC, it's about Sierra Leone. I mean, right now, the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, we get a program where they start for implement, where the team now let we put salon big pass we all. So one salon big pass wall, we just get for ensure say would they put salon before anything they do, and now they happen in this situation. So would they go all out for Sesay waiting we supposed to do as a government to play our own part for them, so that at the end of the day we go get something where go come from we all we show say we ready for let we continue day before, let we get national stability. Where that then will help for let we will attract investment in the country, for let we will turn things around, for let all my life go before.
Now, the issue of the work of the Tripatite committee, as I mentioned earlier, and we, as you get from CD, you don't mention some of the cases them as politically motivated. One of them, now the one we get for do with the CY cases them as he make mention of the statement of people them we been in authority at that moment. As government representative, what's you go say to a statement like that? We perhaps it make reference to state authorities them we it thinks they would already take position on the issue before even the trial.
Well, I mean, CY about accountability, about transparency, is about we declaring we stewardship to the people of this country. When the people of this country elect you as a public official, that office will they can hold from president, candidate to minister to any other elective position. Not to your personal office. You answerable to the people. The resources where they can play with China for provide services to the people, now the people then get them. So it's just there for proper that when you don't know, you can't tell the people them how you manage the resources on their behalf. And at least so that people then go understand, say democracy not just about election. Where you go no more, you elect people in case you don't know. Where people can't serve. And when they serve, they tell the people there how they serve. So now the COI be able to know which ones intended. And between me and you, we all seen at this country, we all been in this country. We don't say corruption in Deboku. I mean, we cannot shy away from these things. All the data will be the come up. They show say we will get endemic corruption at the system. My brother wish it on here for tell you say the process be fair and not target anybody. It work out clean. It first the commission as well, because now former minister, but because you know no evidence, nothing no there against her, it work out free. Now it make will not be well initially from the one we brother and sister at the APC, not be one the commission of inquiry. They call her all kind of name, kangaroo court, this, that, all kinds of thing. But at the end of the day, it was not a kangaroo court. Now open court. All man will be one for good day, be able to go day, and go witness the proceedings. And we see evidence that come out against some people, and so and so. And we also ensure say the judges they come, they're not going to vested interest in salon. So now people they just can't do their work, can't look at the evidence and before them, and look at the issues and make recommendations. You understand? Now up at the end of the day. So we not sit down there as which ones we not sit down there as targeting anybody. It was just a question of getting people accountable.
Okay.
So then people, and that is why the COI, if you don't get the High Court power, you understand? But at the same time, when you don't give them in recommendations in there, somebody will feel say the thing that we then talk about, you know, right, or the findings where the commission get not correct, you get right for challenging the appeals court. Because the appeals court, now a higher court, the mandate of the COI is equal to High Court. So whatever findings and bring against you, if you say the findings so adverse against you, you get right for appeal. Now the thing that we don't make that this whole thing don't prolong, where some people will say, hey, I don't die. Now I mean once in a while people there from the Justice Ministry can come update the public on what they appeal with regards to sure because appeal cases then they end you allow this now country of rule of law. You allow the process for go like I supposed to go. So if
But
people go,
but the opposition in any way not towards the judiciary, according to them, the independency, not to speak to the kind way how they can handle case them so far. We don't see from what happened from the June 24 election where they refer them for court and all, and that's at one point where they raise.
So all of these things, not just politics, yeah. I mean, Lord, be very plain with them. Say, yeah, this same judiciary we the main opposition they complain about so. Now the judiciary will come it. Not to do any changes there. Now the same people will be the rule on cases before. Where then be the cargo court. Would remember former vice president case. Would remember plenty other cases then. Now that same judiciary there. Yeah. This same judiciary, if you follow the Ebugo Convention, now that same judiciary they then get the internal issues. That same judiciary they now manage the situation until they go convention. So the judiciary only became bad when the law don't tell you say if you get issues with election, go to court. You say no, I no go call the judiciary is so bad.
Okay.
So I feel to say that they're not proper because that's the only institution we have. When, for instance, then tender with the opposition, I can vividly recall when they been worked out against former Vice President Sansumana. Then His Excellency Nabi flag bearer was out of the country. He make it clear say he not satisfied with the ruling of the Supreme Court on that issue, but he accept her. You understand? Because now we all Supreme Court that one day. The great United States with this, not all man they agree with decisions of courts. Like for now, I they follow thing that we get for former President Trump. Courts then they now then states then we get some ruling against her. But if they go challenge the other side, you understand me? I mean, you get for believe in waiting you get. Okay. All we can do now for see how we make them better. You understand? We all are citizens for provide suggestion as to how we make them better. But you cannot say this is why I will not believe I know. Let's just say the time way one glorious day if APC 40 minutes for Canapa. You want to me say then go scrap the entire judiciary, then bring new one? Definitely not. Because that is what we have. So all you got for do, if you see thing dynamic, even this electoral review they do, now President Bill can put them. You understand? Because if he say we for make we democracy better by improving on we system, you understand me? And even for them turn away them in the their recommendations where EU make 2014 and other attended. Nothing was implemented. Now, when President Bioka don't do them review them inside the electoral laws and other legal framework them, we don't ensure say the electoral system don't get better and better. And if we complain say things went wrong in the last election, all we can do now, we do so now. You understand? Instead of they make a lot, no, we can come together and say, okay, this thing, this now for we nothing say this they work fine. So now we do A, B, C, D for let it work fine. That is what we are doing now. But we really not being fishy people for come out from others. I can't tell what you for do.
Okay. So you talk about playing politics. You answer at this time maybe when election is over. Yet still the opposition APC feels that this is one of the strategy for distract governance.
No, what I say now the COI we me brother
Talk about the
say
point of where they raise. You say still it's about politics for them.
no, not to the one here they talk. Then they don't get past there. The waiting the points where are simply try for is now when you talk about the judiciary, say they not trust judiciary. Now I tell for testing and our politics talk down there. Now make I go back to for tell you this is the judiciary where they left. Now we take and this same judiciary don't make decisions in their favor before they did not complain. This same judiciary help them for go convention. We all know that one day and all. So the judiciary cannot just become bad overnight because you know one for good day. You just get for good day and test the law. You understand? Because NTR they never go hide anything on that table. This nothing the way the entire public go follow. You present you evidence. You understand? See, and this again, I go always talk and we go always talk. This not the truth. This continent we all get her. Sitting there, my brother. You understand? We can't go again, but no bad feelings when we are against her. Because we all belong to this small country now, we all get here. But now they talk something when we get with institutions. Now with institutions we get. Like for example, the issue of the data when I bring all this alalaka, and I will talk for ECSL. But the law is very straightforward on that issue there. You understand? If polling day they don't give results, that is what you take to challenge the outcome of the elections. Now court.
Okay.
You understand? But if you say you don't go court because you don't believe in the court, and the only court that they will get, what you go do? Not scrap that. We cannot scrap that court.
Okay, Josie.
We can only do things to make it better.
Joey, they make some points them in line with responding to what in CDB already established. And I will continue with you. And according to CD, some of the resolution they will sign after the June 24 election, after a committee was set up. Now 2 or 3 will don't completely be fulfilled. The other one did not see the forthcoming yet in terms of government fulfilling some of their resolution in waiting they don't sign to. In government angle, waiting the delay or who stage una dey now for ensure that una fulfill some of the things they una don't sign to, for ensure say we can have peace and governance una really mean am.
Well, almost all thing now because the 2 key thing away there is now one, but then people away say where they for left, where they detention, then politically motivated cases for drop there. We don't discuss politically motivated just from their own perspective. You understand? Because we government as far as we're concerned, we not get any politically motivated case. We not get anybody with it behind bars as a result of that person they expressing in political belief. We not get that kind of person behind bars. You understand? People will make their small talk to them like for Kamaima. No, not so for politics making. They become go. I want to like so we not get nobody winner because of you. You be listening at this party you day. They do just you not do nothing. Make them go only no more than possible. No, we got people that we belong to a party, we come in conflict with the law. If you come on a street, we then tell you say if you want to go demonstrate, follow ABCD procedure. If you not do it, in violation of the law, you still left that one day you go on a street, you go there all you. You're not going to for you to political party that the law is violate and the law go take in course. So then can people they talk. But however, the chief minister be like for Diana Frito. We all know see that be OPG November 26 last year. You understand? Most of them people they not be able to return back. So they be ask them not to them no more. Other old man let them provide list. And that list they definitely if you provide list, they go for take time for study the list for see the Attorney General office go look. Then go see who that now this person whose case she get waiting. Then they know how to take a decision. The same thing back again with what he then call politically motivated case. So these are things that take time to review. You understand? But me, I'm very much aware that they look into the issues then they and definitely just like I be say from the His Excellency be done commit for we implement all that in a day and we stand that one day as a government.
Okay, continue for stay with me, Sesay, Head of Strategic Communications Unit, now the Minister of Communication. information and civic education, I beg your pardon. And inside the program, I want for bring in Sidi Yayah Tunis. We already talk on the Tripatite committee. Away from that, as the committee still do their work, make we look at the issue of governance and the position of the All People's Congress Party on government delivery on the manifesto promises them, especially for provide the basic for the people.
Well, thank you very much. Let me just quickly state here, say, we conversation this morning really earlier now on the dialogue agreement and how far we don't go with the implementation. And of course, no discussion no there about trust or no trust in the judiciary, you name them. And me response to your question regarding citing some of the cases who we feel say now politically motivated, bringing cases around commissions of inquiry, for example. And I also know why me brother and I say, as far as they're concerned, we not get any politically motivated, they not get any politically motivated cases. I mean, that in itself, a worrisome, as far as the implementation of the agreement concerned, because, I mean, they represent government. So if you begin for talk like that, then it don't clearly show the unwillingness for even look into some of the issues that we'll raise and will we all sign up to into the agreement. So I know go once for read that one day. Now, speaking of as far as government governance concerned generally, I mean for us, we get for look at the burning issue our country right now with our economy. Clearly, this is something, and I know they talk for how we play politics with this. As much as we don't get discussions on every other topical issue in this country, we believe in the APC that as far as we're economy concerned, at this point where we are, we believe say we forget national discussions on the economy. Because of every indications we would see as far as the economic indicators are concerned. We now they in a situation we say repeatedly with the Sesay we continue to see high inflation. As it is now, with inflation they are well in the over 50 or 55%, currently, which is very, very high. We don't seem to get any mechanism for control prices. We currency continue for depreciate against other currencies, where they make them very, very difficult for we as a nation. We don't seem for the control government expenses and expenditures. And the fact of the matter is revenue just not forthcoming. We're not able to raise enough revenue for address, the level of expenditure where we see government they undertake, and as a result of that, we're highly indebted right now as a nation, and we don't get to a point also by March 1st where they get a finance act where it come into effect where we feel say go stifle businesses further and we go make life even more difficult for we, and now we also see introduction of levies them on the toll, we go just add to the already difficult economic situation we will find ourselves in as a nation. So now you look at the situation, inflation they continue to go up, we'll not raise enough revenue, we get tariffs then they high, basic prices of commodities they high repeatedly, uncontrollably. Tariffs for electricity don't become astronomical. Tariff for data don't become astronomical. So the economic burden on the people is very, very high. And as a nation, if we continue this way, with the introduction of the now new charges, where they talk about toll, they coming into effect, the Finance Act, and the removal of the 5% subsidies on rice, we get for shoot up the price further. Believe you me, very soon this economy goes spiral out of control.
When you talk to government officials, they always tell you, see, this not limited to saloon and forces them they pull the government from waiting they want for achieve at the end of the day as always, this is a global issue?
We know we all there are Sierra Leoneans, and I always. That is why I begin my statement say if finally we'll get discussions and we're on our economy. I mean, this idea that every time we want to discuss national issues, would they begin for side countries them outside of Sierra Leone? No. Look, with economic indicators not favorable. If you look at even the last IMF review on Sierra Leone, except if you want for being in denial. And this is not just something we government for be shy about. This is not something where they affect we all. It is serious. The IMF last review on Sierra Leone not been favorable. Look, we debt to GDP ratio in this country right now, it is above 80%.
Okay.
It is above 80%, and these are things where investors they look at. These are things where people we want for can invest into this country go look at for see what's in our government ability for able for pay back their debt.
Sidi Yayah Tunis,
You know,
we
so-
need to go for a break. We'll come back to you. You continue to respond to that question. Sidi.
Yes, I mean if you look at the budget, for example, we then present to Parliament in December, by even the projection of the Finance Ministry, where they see say we not even get answers for able for control with foreign with currency. Then they project say by 2025, the dollar could not reach 3.2 million. You know, so which means we get for the Leone could continue for depreciate, and we know they export enough. We don't resort to quick fix. We pay so much attention to logging. Not only that, they cause environmental issues for we as a nation. We don't now see say that itself not sustainable. So I mean, in all of this, as up to you, what we are saying, our economy they in bad shape, and that is why we continue to see rise in prices of commodities, then basic commodities. Then today, rice is over 870, you know, for 50 kg bag. You know, how many people go able to afford that one day? So it don't tell we now say in this country, your minimum wage not able to buy you a bag of rice. You know, that is very, very difficult. You look at electricity tariff, a day high. In 2018, when you buy 100,000 top up, it give you 53 units. Today, you buy 100,000, it only they give you 12 units. And this is the problem. When this administration come, then tell we say, then the tariff will be they pay a high. You know, they go negotiate. Indeed, they're able to bring the tariff down where they pay to car power, for example. Then bring them down, which is a good thing. But what did they do? Then come, they don't negotiate, reduce the tariff, but then they can't ace the tariff on we. Now, the question which some of we they ask is, when I reduce the tariff, when I negotiate, which is good for us, so we go expect, say, when I go reduce we on tariff, or they pay our citizens, no, but no, there is a. But with all of this, we're still indebted to car power by over 40 million. So what is happening? Is it that somebody they mismanage the tariff or they pay for light? Is it that the money not enough for let them able pay car power, or is it that somebody not they pay car power at all? So now waiting they happen to we. Will they pay exorbitant of money for top up? When you don't top up, you meet her for get light. You know they get light. And now you are also forced for go buy petrol or diesel for your generator. That is if you get generator. So it's double expenditure. You come to tariff for data, it is the same. Tariff for data don't become astronomical. Tariff for telephone don't become astronomical.
Okay.
So even for communicate self now they become difficult. We're in a situation now where we country they become unaffordable, and we just not seem for the get answers from this
okay.
government.
Now, Sidi, quick up to you. On the EDSA issue, you make mention of the price high. But when you talk to EDSA, then he always tell you, say, people in the thief, then the thief light. I even see a headline where the minister, the big republic, for the thief light, for stop for the thief light. And then they also blame the loss on thief light, and also government agencies perhaps they pay them. But when you talk to the public again, they will tell you, say, when you buy perhaps 300,000 top up, then they only give you maybe around 20 to 30 units or less than that. You think, say, what is actually responsible for the complaint of EDSA or from the complaint from the public?
There is no correlation between thief light and the tariff where they charge me and you for electricity. Correlation are they between them. For then now like they put mechanisms in place for stop theft everywhere. You understand? Now corruption issue that one day. If people they thief light, we need for putting mechanisms for go after such people, because nobody know for support them kind move then they. Nobody know for even support anything with an illegality as far as service to this nation concerned. But then they not get any correlation with waiting and they charge me and you for tariff, for electricity, and for even data. Waiting they happen is the fact that there is desperation on the part of government for make them able to generate revenue, for finance the expenditures, government expenditures, which is because we revenue stream don't reduce. We not get much from the mining sectors. We are not exporting much, so we're not even able to generate enough revenue for address our recurrent expenditures, or let alone we talk about capital expenditure.
Okay.
And with time in the APC, we'll be able to generate enough revenue for even take on infrastructural projects them. All of the inner roads in Freetown and all of the district headquarter towns them, where we do now being with we own revenue we'll be able to generate as a country. Not to be donor money them we use for make their roads and where you see Nabu, Kenema, Kabbalah, Makini, Freetown and other places. No. That is not happening under this government. That is why we take this issue very seriously, because we see, say, where economy continue for good, and now that make I emphasize now, I say, it is time for us, government, all stakeholders, for let we really sit down and get national discussion on our economy.
Just say, you there and clearly don't get a point raised by Sidi Yayah Tunis from government point of view or angle, which you will say in line with the different issues where Sidi Yayah Tunis bring about.
Okay, first of all, I want to say we economy is challenged. It's not challenged because we as a government not able to do what we're supposed to do. It's challenged largely as a result of external factors. We done the among almost everybody. Before, where we can have power, we'll be able to bring down inflation to single digits up to 9%. Immediately afterwards, Corona came. Corona came, it battered our economy seriously, like how it battered every other economy of every developing and underdeveloped countries. Now we more a batter. After that, the Russia-Ukraine war can cause more problem. We all see if the most powerful and richest country in the world, the president of the most powerful and richest country in the world can complain. But that factor there also. We will put on to say. So this is not because we don't know how to manage economy, now because of how the situation can meet we. And this we're talking about just 1 year where we take office. Yeah. So the issue of the economy is challenged, and a lot of measures have been put in place for turn things around. They talk this about the Finance Act. It's in a match. The Finance Act already don't come into being. Yeah, so it be time for say we not do nothing about which all the highlights for the economy. So the challenge is not to do. Because even the Finance Act where allude to, not to even match they take effect, don't take effect already. And the Finance Act don't seek for address all in there. Revenue mobilization, stabilization of the exchange rate, encouraging manufacturing for contribute to where to they produce so that we'll get enough resources, adjustment of tax, all that in the Finance Act on that. And if this 2024 Finance Act, they take all their bold moves and they for address all the situation there, right? And if they talk about minimum wage, I also want to tell and say a lot of salary increment that happen of late. And I make a begin lady which is called say this whole thing are external factors now affect you. Now, why they talk about 2018, this will be this now. Go back to 2018, go check the international market. Nothing no day. What they bring Canada alone. Where been there 2018 at the international market where the price not on triple.
So the toll gate also an external factor. The people post toll gate fee with
no, the toll gate already again for do with an agreement where the last government signed. Yeah. And this whole thing triggered by a particular clause we say when the exchange rates go up by 10%. If you know that the exchange rate they tell you they sign the toll gate to side now, definitely it will trigger that one day. All waiting other people the way they argue they talk now that the other clauses and they will talk about traffic data, blah blah blah. So that is in a parliament here now is being looked into. Yeah. But that day when they talk, if you be no say that here not good for there, why wanna put on there? Now people they tell you now say they begin pay for the road, if before they begin make the road. Now they put all our inside the now they want to blame. No, Lord no come by this blame game now.
Now just say,
so me really want to focus on them other issues there so we is because
just is a quick one. One point where CD make now that now governments not get copper for even deal with domestic issues fully. Not talk about capital intensive programs. They say government not into any capital intensive project.
That is not true.
So point out some of the capital intensive projects them.
Yes.
In terms of national development, we government don't undertake now.
Yes, we don't make several kilometers of the same internal road they talk so up country. Now with government money we do. We don't electrify this seat. We don't set up infrastructure for electrify this seat headquarters on there. Anytime from now, this seat headquarters on there, we no ever get light, including Miowa, Komona, Wayamba, Bunks, Cambia, Koinadugo. All are in the infrastructure and then they now 100% government money that one day. You understand me? We can't do free quality education. Free quality education, no more the money for so they can go. Taking from the Pikida school fee. Now you get hundreds of thousands of people when they take NPSC BK. Government pays for them, teaching and learning materials, school feeding and all the rest of it. Now hundreds of billions. Now money, now small thing no more don't know they can put there. Would they support Munafa Fund? Would they support small medium enterprises? Now money that one day. You understand? We don't bring a student loan scheme. Now money, all the other now big money in the government they invest. They were not there before under them. You understand me? So if to come and say government no, we say they if I tell you one other thing, some of the whole the way they say they make so, they end up be debts to them contractor who can inherit. Some of them go there, they turn go their way they talk so. Now we don't end up pay them debts the day. Fact. You know challenge me now understanding now. You understand? So it was not a question of they take all the money spent and pay waiting they go no. As a matter of fact, waiting we don't count out, waiting we don't spend per, waiting they spend the country in money per. A huge part, waiting they spend per.
Now, just look at the basic amenities. Let me take EDSA for instance, where CD make mention of. Now, perhaps we by 50,000 you go get 10 units, and people they ask, what's in the happen to the 40,000 units? And before this time, not so even the B according to them. What you they say about that?
Yes.
From the strategic communications unit.
Yeah. So here's the situation. One, instead talk about T-flight, way bad. And now make get civic education now. I go use opportunity
so
for
education. So you think
people.
flight then they make the
now a major contributing factor. I can tell you. No, I can tell you why. I can tell you how. Now a major contributing factor. I can tell you how.
We make the tariff high.
So now that they cancel. Just allow me small. I can tell you how. Yeah. Now then like there where they get through from this car power ship force. It is this car power ship now diesel or waiting now fairly they use. We all know fuel prices na the international market. Not to salute they talk. This now waiting they happen at the world. Fuel prices don't increase in the past few years at the international market. Not to salute no more. Yeah. Neither ship they use. You understand me? So then cost and wait all get team for do that one day. Now, when you look at waiting would they pay, for that particular light day. And the fact that even them the NTF, just as early as last week, they catch big hotel there, big institution, they when they bomb Baku light, when they pay.
Okay, so
you understand? So what did that mean? It means say when the money way EDSA for collecting, they collect because of thief light. Government, yes, where are they come? Government and they can step in. That money government is stepping is so boku. You understand? So if government need that money there now for put time, why are you talking about?
Sesay, when are the way forward and ensuring that government do things them we go improve the livelihood of citizens them? Because as at now, it clear say, I mean, so many concerns coming from the public say things are hard, survival not easy. The way forward, please.
Satu, things are hard, right? Fact. But things are hard everywhere. Not just Sierra Leone. Things are hard because of factors the way not they under like just
so people are not rely on government anymore.
No, but all you don't tell you say the Finance Act, the new Finance Act, they get a lot of things them when they seek for arrest. Always you see the ratio, revenue mobilization, when they address the issue of the exchange rate, when they address all the issues, and then I will not get time. If I don't go into it, you understand? So that is a major step for so government don't take for address all that. So this is not about people just sit on their phone and no, a lot of work is being done to address the situation and there. You understand? Now, waiting as simply try for say, the hardship is as a result of waiting come from outside, not because we created. I make a begin tell you back say when we come in just 1 year we reduce inflation, but inflation come back because of corona, it come back because of Russia, Ukraine war. Now then two factors that affect every other economy.
So waiting people for so waiting the public for expect.
The public they expect say the steps they will don't take, particularly in the way they inside the Finance Act, it could address the situation. In the meantime, government they cushion the situation in several ways. Government don't increase salaries. Yeah, government they support education. Government they support small businesses. Okay. Government they give the health cash transfer to people there. Government they support different projects. They want to poor. You understand? Interventions them. In the meantime, but will they continue for do other things for address this situation, because this situation a global situation, not to because we not get idea for handle as a country.
Plenty thank you to you, Josie. Say head of strategic
I really wish I
communication.
get time.
Excuse me, head of strategic communication, Ministry of Information and Civic Education. May they talk on the Tripatite committee and things that we government to do on national issues. Quickly over to you, Sidi Yayah Tunis. As the main opposition party, you suggest about government do a national discussion on the economy, which you were saying ensuring that una continue for work with government for Sesay, the issue of economic challenge, another one them not just lie in there, but una say go give you open space to come on board and so
I mean for as they articulate all the issues that we get for do with the economy based on the realities what they face on the ground, and for highlight things that we know say government they do, we go continue for make the economy more difficult. Now we on way for bring them to the fore and for address the issues. Like I say, me just the advice government don't be in denial, because the reality they speak differently. As I speak now, we get a delegation we don't left for China. We want for the trip to China be transparent. We go want for know whether they are going to sign agreements, which agreements within they get for can do, because as we economy day now, whatever agreement we go into, we as citizens go want for know the overall impact where it will get on our economy or in our livelihood. Thank you very much for getting me here always. It's a pleasure.
That's the National Publicity Secretary for the main opposition, APC party, Sidi Yayah Tunis, where we talk about the Tripartite Committee on the work and process, and also we talk on national issue, especially the get for do the economy, and also we get with Sesay, head of strategic communication, Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Plenty thank you to all two on be we guest inside this edition of the program Good Morning Salon.